What's going on, guys? By popular demand, I'm going to make a second video on some of my tips about investing and how to make your money work for you so that you could retire or have the option to retire as soon as possible. And specifically, the emails that I've been getting is about real estate and why I think it's a better / the best investment vehicle to go through for retirement planning. So here's the thing, guys. I know that 401ks and IRAs are like so traditional, it's as traditional as the apple pie. It is always advertised, it is always on the news, and we're always told that, hey, get a job, work hard, invest in your 401k so that you can retire happy, right? But I think that's wrong because the 401ks only work if it is efficient. And the matter of the fact is that 401ks and a lot of these retirement savings plans are not very efficient because of these humongous expense ratios and a lot of hidden fees. Let's say you invest $10,000 a year. From that $10,000, $4,000 of it goes towards expenses and management fees. So you're really investing only $6,000. It sounds ridiculous, right? 40% of your investment contribution goes to management fees. Sounds insane, but that is exactly what happens in a lot of these 401k plans. Usually you can't really see it because it's kind of hidden behind charts and numbers and monthly reports. It's kind of complex and kind of complicated, and that is the way it is designed so that you don't even know exactly what your rate of return is, what your performance is. So yeah, on a monthly report it might say gaining a 10% return, but really minus all the expenses, it's really like 4% or 5%. So in my opinion, real estate is a much better way, and I'll give you 6 reasons why. Number 1, leverage. Let's say there's a $100,000 property. You put 20% down, so you put $20,000 and you finance the remainder $80,000. And just by doing that, now you're controlling a $100,000 asset, a performing asset. And that is the power of leverage. You're borrowing someone else's money, in this instance, a bank's money, to buy an asset that's going to perform for you every single year. You cannot do that in 401k. You cannot borrow money to invest in your 401k. You can only invest what you have earned, what you have currently. But with leverage, you could have better return. So now let's say that $100,000 property appreciates to 120k in 2, 3, 4, 5 years, whatever. So that is a 20% gain in equity, right? So you just made 100% ROI because you put down $20,000 in your initial investment. 2, I will say cash flow. With the 401k, all your money is kind of tied up into this one account until age 60. So you have no cash flow in your immediate life right now. With real estate, that is not the case. So let's say you educate yourself right and you buy properties based on the rental market and the positive cash flow analysis. Your rental income should cover all your expenses and still have some leftovers to help your financial stability right now. Your rental income should be paying off your mortgage, your interest, your taxes, your insurance, and still have some leftover that you can maybe save some for some unforeseen expenses, and the other half of those leftover funds, you could use that to help your financial stability right now. So with that cash flow, it is helping you now, not at age 60. And you could do that with real estate. You cannot do that with 401k unless you want to withdraw money paying huge penalties, which obviously you don't want to do. 3, control. With a 401k, you kind of invest your money and it's just kind of gone. It is all bundled up into mutual funds and ETFs and bonds and all that stuff. You don't really know what's going on except you just see some numbers and some charts end of the month or end of the quarter. And yes, you're buying shares, you're owner of all these companies, but what does that even really mean? Do you really have any control? Can you tell Amazon to go set up their headquarters in New York City just because you own some Amazon stocks in a mutual fund? That is not the case. So you have no control. In real estate though, you have full control. You decide what location you want to buy your real estate property in. You decide what color walls you want to have. You decide what appliances you want to be installed in your house. You decide what sort of tenants you have, all that stuff. So you have full control over your investment. You could go there, you could touch it, you could feel it. It's a physical asset, it is palpable. 4, appreciation. You should never buy properties based on speculation that, oh, this property is going to increase in value in the next 10, 20 years because this is coming or that is coming or whatever. You should buy properties based on the rental market and based on positive cash flow. So no matter what is happening in the economy, your investment does not get affected by that too much or at all. Usually the way real estate trends are, properties do appreciate over time. That means that it is just some more free equity thrown at you, some more free money thrown at you, some more free chicken. And that is on top of the equity that you're gaining every single month by your tenants paying off your mortgage, earning you equity via rental income. So appreciation is a great thing, just some more money thrown at you, some more equity thrown at you. This is how you grow your net worth into the millions. You don't save your ways into the millions. You invest / have a business / through equity, you could go into the millions of net worth. tax write-offs. If you didn't know, the United States tax code is extremely long, and most of the tax code is really just talking about how to write off your taxes. If you're a W-2 employee, you don't really have much to write off on except your standard deduction. But if you are a real estate investor, like a rental property owner, now you're eligible to write off a lot of your taxes. You can write off stuff like your mortgage interest, your HOA fees, your property taxes, management fees, depreciation, and so on. So if you do it properly, if you educate yourself properly and you do it right, you should not have to pay any income tax on your rental income. In fact, if you do it really properly, the tax benefits that you're getting from owning rental properties should help you write taxes off from your W-2 income as well. Maybe for your W-2 income, you may not be in the lowest bracket, but you will get darn close to it. If not 10%, maybe you will get down to 22% bracket. This is how people like Mitt Romney and Donald Trump, they're paying taxes effective like 13-14%, even though they're worth into the hundreds of millions of dollars, because they own real estate, they own properties, and they're able to write off a lot of things. The biggest deduction that they have is depreciation. Number 6, timing. With real estate, you decide when you want to retire. As soon as your properties are paid off and you're generating enough cash flow every month to sustain your lifestyle, you are financially free. You are financially independent, aka you are able to retire. So it all depends on how aggressive you are with your loan pay down and how early you started with real estate. With 401k, that is not the case. With 401k, timing sucks. You are locked in to only be able to retire at age 60. Otherwise, you gotta pay huge penalties. Those are the 6 things why I think that real estate is a much better way to retirement planning, to be able to retire over 401k. And I truly think that real estate, it gives you a much better, bigger, and tastier slice of the apple pie that we all love. Invest in real estate, folks, seriously.